This is a 2021 Hyundai Tucson that I'm going to review today on this rambling car review with Phil. So this Hyundai Tucson is an all-wheel drive, and you know that because it says H-Track. Since we're back here, let's just quickly look in the trunk. That's the button to use to open the trunk. This is the trunk area. And under here is a convenient spare for those inconvenient times. It's not a huge cargo area, but it is a cargo area. Now, could I get in here? There's not a lot of headspace, but I can fit in here. Barely, but I can. Not a lot of headspace, but it's not meant for that. Okay, so this is a keyless remote and keyless start, and the way to lock and unlock this is by pushing this button. So this is obviously a 4-door model, and this is the front seats. Comes with the steering wheel standard. It does have controls for the radio, and also you can connect your phone. And then, you know, there's some other buttons here for the, I guess, the information system. As I did mention, it is a H-Track, which means it's all-wheel drive, and there is an option to lock. This button here, that's for the lane departure. And actually, in this car, if you change lanes without signaling, the steering wheel will actually push you back into your lane. This is your traction control. This is your blind spot monitor. And this is your brightness on your instrument panel. Now the blind spot monitor, you may be able to see it right there. That will light up if there's a car in the way. All right, so I'm not wearing my Crocs today, but that's okay. Let's start up the car. The start stop button is right there behind the steering wheel. So right now my speed is 0 because I'm not moving, but the engine is running. This does have this information thing here, screen. There is a radio. Most cars have radios these days. Right now, I did not set that, so let's see what my options are. Let's see, 99 talk radio. This is a rental, by the way. Okay, said the rock. Okay. Let's see, we go back here, there's no media. Okay, over here, home. We'll go back to the home page. This car, it does have CarPlay. I'm not currently hooked up to it, but it does have CarPlay. It does also have Android Auto. And we can hit this button to go back to home. We got all, oops, radio. All right, let's go back to home. So we got all menus, we got apps, info, my menu. I guess you can set up your own personalized menu. Let's see, we can go to menu. Oh, okay, so we can add stuff to it. That was, oh, oops, okay, so we're in English. As you can tell, that's what I'm talking to you in. What else we got? Okay, let's go back to setup. So, you know, we have like a bunch of options here to obviously change your displays. Oh, there's a screensaver. Okay. Well, anyways, there are a lot of different options here that you can set up. So you're not stuck with just, you know, your plain, whatever this looks like, you know, your screen here. And you also do have a setup button here But this is basically your volume button. This is your flashers, hazard flashers. There are heated seats. Oh, and there is actually also heated steering wheel in this. This is a 2021 Hyundai Tucson. You have your front and rear defrosters. That's just your recirculate. And up here, you do have, where you're going to send your, the air that comes out of these vents. Fairly standard. There is obviously a USB port. There's an aux port. Hopefully you can see this. And there are 2 of these 12-volt jack things. Over here on the console, you have drive mode, and basically, I'm gonna push the button. So right now, this is what it looks like on here. So now I'm gonna push the button, and then, so I'm pushing the button, and there, Sport popped up. So that's going to make your drive a little more sporty. This button here, push that down. That's your downhill brake control, and that's on. So if you're gonna be on a downhill, you can just push that and you don't have to push your brakes to keep yourself from sliding forward or rolling forward. There is a mirror. There are visors with additional mirrors. There is a place for your sunglasses. There are lights. There are lights that you can control from in here or here instead of like a button on the dash. There is a glove box. Most cars have a glove box these days. Straw not included. There are 2 cup holders. Convenient, a couple little cubbies. You've already seen that. Okay, here's the center console. So fairly big. This thing pops out. And let me pull this out. More light. This is the box in the center. So this car does have power windows, and I believe that's standard. A lot of cars these days come with power windows. Power door locks, obviously. That there is the lock, or it prevents the other windows from opening in the back. In case you got kids. Or other people you don't want opening the windows. And then this is your power mirror control, obviously left and right. Let's see what else we have in here. That's about it in the front. There are seats in the front, and these are fabric seats. From what I understand, they're supposed to be stain and water resistant, but that's just what they said in the promotional items. There are actually, well, not actually, but like most SUVs, this is a smaller SUV, compact SUV. There are back seats, and there are seat belts for 5 people back there. And there is a cup holder in the door. So one thing I wanted to point out that I think is maybe a little bit of a minor annoyance, when you get out of the car, because this is so wide, you always end up actually rubbing the back of your pants up against here, up against the side of the vehicle. So if it's actually very muddy or dirty, you're driving around, or like if you're in the Rust Belt and there's a lot of salt there, you'll probably get your pants dirty. So that's a minor annoyance that I have just noticed recently. This is a rental car, by the way. Okay, so here we are in the back seat. Well, we're not really in the back seat, but I'm in the back seat area. So you notice there actually is quite a bit of room here for the legs. I'll get in a second, but what I wanted to show you is the back seats are also heated. So there's the button for the heat, and they are, we do have power seats. Or sorry, not power seats, power windows. So the back of these seats are plastic, but there are these convenient webbed or netted holders. There is cup holders back here also in the doors, and there's cup holders in the center console. I know I said it was like stain resistant, but I do see some, this is a rental, but I do see some stains here. All right, so here I am in the back seat, and there's actually lots of room back here. So look, there's like a lot. So it's very, a lot of room back here, so I would say it's probably pretty comfortable on a longer ride. There are vents back here also for the backseat drivers. Very convenient for them, I guess, to get a little bit of extra wind in their hair. And there are places, there are anchors for you to be able to anchor your car seats for your child. The back seat does fold down, and the way you do that is like this. And wow, don't put your head in there, you might lose it. But that's the back seat. Well, that's the cargo area, but that's the back seat put down. Now, I'm not going to do it on the other side, but from what I understand, when you put all the seats down in the back, you can fit 22 carry-on bags back here. I forget how much it is when you have the seats up, but you can fit 22. I don't know how you can have two people with that much luggage, but that's how they measured it. This car does have child safety locks, and basically you stick the key in here and you rotate that so that that line is lined up with that, and they do work because my mom couldn't get out of the car. Okay, so we're gonna go look at the engine. Oh wow, this is heavy. I have to use two hands. Canadian geese. We're in Canada. Oh, interesting. Somebody did not remember to close the cap on the washer fluid. This is the engine. It is, well, there are two engine. What engine is this? So this is the engine. It's a 4-cylinder. You can tell by the manifold. For my driving taste, it is a little sluggish, but the suspension is really very good. I do find that the suspension, it does drive very well. Handling is very good, so I will give it that. So I think overall, in terms of the Hyundai Tucson, I've driven it. I've really only driven it for a day so far. It is a rental, but in my opinion, I actually, think it's an okay vehicle. Actually, it will definitely do its job. It will be very comfortable for at least 4 people. Not sure about the 5th in the back, in the middle, but drives pretty good. It gets the job done. And as far as the features, I think it has all the features that most people would typically want, typically need, and quite a few conveniences, such as the heated. I'm gonna have to check that. This may be a Canadian thing. Heated steering wheel, heated seats. I'm almost thinking that probably is a Canadian version. So I will check that out, and I will post something along the bottom saying whether those are Canadian options. But if you have CarPlay or Android, the system, whatever infotainment system, is perfect for you. The screen's not too bad size wise, and it does like the lane departure. The H-track I know is not a standard option in the US. Front wheel drive is, so H-track is all-wheel drive, as I mentioned earlier. But generally speaking, the car drives pretty good, other than its sluggishness, and it's not a bad looking car. This is the 2021 Hyundai Tucson. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you will subscribe to my channel. I know it's been a little while since I've done a rambling car review, but this is the latest rambling car review. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. I also have travel videos as well as other DIY videos. So subscribe to the Rambling with Phil YouTube channel, and thanks for watching.